everybody, Jason Loucks here, founder of secretlender.com and the creator of the private money machine system. Listen, I've been getting a lot of calls and requests and people are asking my opinion. They say, Jason, what's the future of real estate? And it's kind of an interesting question, and here's why. I remember I read an article a couple of years ago from Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com, and he had a great answer to that same question when people said, what's the future of business? What's the future of the internet? And of course, he's, the founder of Amazon.com. He's crazy rich, but also, put everything into that, everything he did to become successful. And you know what he said? He said, here's the thing. It's the wrong question because no one knows what the future holds. No one knows what's the future of anything. The future is always changing as the, technology changes, people change and everything else. But here's the thing. What you really need to know is what's not going to change. What are the fundamentals? See, everybody in real estate, especially if you're coming to me through Facebook, if you're coming to me from the internet, you're pretty tech savvy. And, I see a lot of people and they say, what's the next, forum I need to subscribe to? What's the next magic software I need to get? What's the next, list I need to buy? What's the secret sauce to finding motivated sellers? What's the secret sauce to getting the funding for my deals? What website can I use to, And here's the thing. All that's going to change. All that's going to change all the time. All that changes every few months sometimes, it seems like. The only thing we know about that stuff is it's all going to change. But here's what's not going to change. The best deals are still going to come from you talking directly to a private seller. They're not going to come from a real estate agent. They're not going to come from another investor or a wholesaler or whatever. They're going to come from you talking to a private seller. Think about it, right? If somebody else got there first, if an agent got there first, if another wholesaler got there first, they all get a profit. They all make some money in the deal, and that comes directly to you if you negotiate the deal yourself, okay? So if you can get directly to high equity motivated sellers, that's the secret. Can you use a list to do it? Of course. Can you use software to do it? Probably. Can you use, can you advertise on the internet, pay-per-click? Sure, why not? I've been doing it since 2005. Mostly I don't. And the reason why I don't is because I can't target just those super motivated sellers with high equity, the micro target. That's why I don't do lead generating on the internet. However, I do a ton in my market area of very, very targeted, micro-targeted, motivated seller marketing. Why? Because those sellers I deal with personally, I talk to personally, the deals that I negotiate personally, I make the most money on. More than the deals I do through real estate agents. More than the deals I get from other wholesalers, okay? Another thing everybody asks me about, they say, what about hard money lenders? Is there some service I can use where I can get the cheapest hard money lender? What rate could I pay a hard money lender that I find from this website? Or should I use that website? Or should I use this service? And what about these guys? And what about, what's the future of investing in real estate? Well, here's what we know. We don't know what's in the future, but here's what we do know. In the future, banks are still not going to lend to investors the way we want them to. They never did, and they never will. What we want banks to do is to lend to us based on the value of the property, not what we're paying for it, right? So we're getting great deals. If a bank will give somebody who pays full price 80% of the market value, why won't they give us 80%, right? If we're buying it for 60 cents, we could borrow 80 cents, it'd be the whole deal, but banks don't do that. So what can we do? Well, should we go hard money? Should we use this service? Should we use that service? What about these guys? They told me I can get $250,000 in business credit lines. None of that matters. The very best you're ever going to get, the cheapest money you're ever going to get for your deals is going to come from private investors, specifically private investors that don't have dozens or hundreds of other people hounding them to get them to lend money. Then you have to compete with everybody else on price, on terms, on rate. When you bring an investor into the fold and you go raise private capital for your own deals using those secret lenders like I talk about, that's when you get the best rates. That's when you pay no points. That's when the funding is flexible. That's when you can do all those purchase and rehab type deals. You can do all those sweat equity lease option type deals. You can rehab them if you want to. You can wholesale them if you want to. They're flexible. They're wide open. Okay? If you want to get cash flow in this day and age, right now, the market's doing really well. The prices are really high. You want to get cash flow? You better be fixing them. You're never going to get them for 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar and get that massive cash flow you really want unless you're adding equity, unless you're adding value. Buy them cheap, fix them up, rent them out. Still works. Been working forever. What's the future of real estate? Capture equity, add value, help people, make tons of money. That's the future of real estate. It's not a list. It's not a service. It's not software. It's not some new magic advertising. It's none of that stuff. Get good at the fundamentals. Get good at finding truly excellent deals. Hey, if you get good deals from real estate agents and other wholesalers, good on you. But the best deals you're ever going to get are going to be you working directly with private sellers who need your help and have the equity to say yes. Okay? Get good at raising private capital. When you can raise private capital, when you can go out to investors and say, look, I can do this with this, you lend me this, I pay you back with interest secured by a piece of valuable real estate, and they say yes, that's the secret sauce, baby. That's like the breakfast of champions. That's when you can say, well, I could do a fix and flip. I could do a fix and rent out. I could do a fix and lease option. I could just take the money and buy apartment complexes. I could buy cash flowing rental properties. I could buy, storage facilities, warehouses. You want a tip? Warehouses are going up in value when other kinds of commercial are going down. There's a tip for you. Is that the future of real estate? Well, maybe this year, maybe 2 years from now, but eventually warehouses are going to go down in value. That's the nature of real estate. That's why the fundamentals are always the fundamentals, and that's the future of real estate. The people who get great at finding truly excellent deals, the people who get great at raising capital so they can add value to those deals, that's the people who are going to survive and thrive, while the fad of the second, the this list or that list or this lender or that lender or what about this bank, what about that credit line, all of that goes away. Okay, I'm on my third ride through this whole real estate up and down cycle, and let me tell you, every lender goes away. Every credit line gets pulled at some point. All of that stuff goes away. That is not the future. The future is, can you find truly excellent deals? Can you raise the capital to buy them? And if you can do those two things, you can survive and thrive in any market, regardless of what the future holds. So if you want to see how we do that, if you want to know where to get all the money you need to do your deals, if you want to know what to do with it, to turn it faster, to make more money, do more deals for more profits faster, go ahead and check out secretlenders.com. And I'm happy to give you a free 20-minute walkthrough video. And I'll even give you the entire private money machine training on DVD, absolutely free. Just check it out, secretlenders.com. And guys, if you wanted my predictions for the next coming year, if you want my predictions for what's coming in the future, if you've got any questions or comments or anything like that, just go ahead and put them down below. Go ahead and ask me any questions in the comments. I'll double check. And if you ask me some smart questions, maybe you'll even be the subject of the next video. So